One of the things you have to think about when you're making your movie is how much crew do I really need? Because sometimes you really only need a skeleton crew. And we're going to talk about this briefly because it's an important aspect. It's something that came up on my the one that I'm doing in New York right now, and that is mostly mitigated, the issue of crew, by budget and by complication of the production. So the one that I'm working on now is basically a conversation in an office room. And I don't like the way my shoulder is. Sorry, I have to adjust this. Thank you. It's in an office room. There's very little movement. So it's not like we need a ton of people to reset the lights or to make sure the mic is in the right. There's not going to be a lot of noise, and it's a small space. I guess that's the third aspect. So it's a small space and it's a low budget thing. So we're going with a skeleton crew. We're going with a cinematographer. We're going with a sound guy who can also do mixing. So he's going to do the boom and the mixer. I believe we're still talking about that. And I'm going to have a PA who is comfortable kind of floating to different departments. And I also had to check with the DP and the sound department, the sound guy, it's not, he's the department, in order to make sure that they would be okay with having a PA work under them and touching their equipment, because some people can be really weird about that, so you want to check with them. So a PA or two, then I'm there as the producer. But as you've noticed in other videos, I'm also doing locations, and I might jump in and assist with these different departments too if they need something. Oh, we got to change these lights. Oh, I need somebody to hold a bounce board. Fine, that's fine. I don't mind. If it were a bigger budget thing, I would not do that. If it were a bigger crew thing, I would not do that. And also, because these, let's say the cinematographer has already okayed that other people can work with their equipment carefully, I feel like, they'll be all right with that. But a lot of people don't want, like the camera department does not want anybody who's not camera department typically touching their stuff. And that's because it breaks, and they don't want somebody, wandering over who doesn't know how to use something and breaking it. So you have to check in about that. But if I were, let's say, if this were a longer script, or we had several locations where we had to move equipment in and out of a building really fast to get to our second location, or something like that, then I might actually add a few more crew positions. Or if we had if we had a lot of movement, I might want the script supervisor, so that when somebody does an entrance, they do the same entrance the same way, so that they don't, it can be edited in a clean way. So, or like, let's say we had 10 people in a scene. You want the script supervisor there because, every take, if people are in different positions, then it's going to be really hard to match when you get to editing. So these are just some things to think about. But, it really is based on budget. So if we're paying everyone, even if we're paying them just a nominal day fee, that is still something that adds to the budget. You are also feeding these people. So, it's nominal, but it adds up. If you have, my first movie had 15 crew people on it because I wanted to make sure it was like, I got everyone I need. And plus, by the end, I was just like, you want to work on my movie? Come on! It's going to be fun. And it was fun. And I'm really glad I did that. It was a little overkill, but I was happy to feed all of them, and I was stoked that I had that many crew people. And they had a great time, and I had a great time, and it was a big success. So I don't encourage that unless you want it to have, generally, even if you have a few people sitting around doing nothing, for most of the day, that is fine if you can fit it into your budget and into your location, So if you have a PA and they're like just kind of standing there like, all right, because in a just in case scenario, you might need them at some point. If something goes crazy, go run and get that, please. Thank you. Here's $10. Go get this for one of the actors. They need a new pantyhose or whatever. So, that's useful, and if you don't have that there, it can really screw you up. So I encourage that. That's why I'm getting probably 2 PAs for that shoot, for the one I'm doing in New York. So That's all I'm going to say. I hope this gives you clarity. If it doesn't, if you have more questions about this, please leave a comment below. And if you like this video, please click the like button and click subscribe. And also don't forget to check out howtoproducemovies.com to get your free checklist, cheat sheet for producing a movie. And I always forget to mention this, but there's also a Facebook group. It's for my Udemy students right now, but it's really open to everyone, and it's there where you can go network and you can ask questions. You can say, hey, I'm in this city, I want to just connect with people, and go for it. I'm trying to create that environment there, and we're getting more and more people every day. So that's Movie Maker Network. I always forget if there's an S at the end of makers, but just if one doesn't work, the other one will. So Movie Maker Network on Facebook. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.